Hey everyone, hope you're having an awesome day. I know there's a lot of things going on the market right now. There's talks of less people buying, less people selling, and interest rates being a big part of that. And it's all true. I mean, our market is definitely a lot slower for that reason and a lot of different reasons as well. And I still truly believe that this is the right market for the right people. And so I want to go over a couple of things with you guys to show you why that's the case, and then also to make you a better informed seller, buyer, investor, anything real estate related. Because I realize that the more educated you are, the more informed you're going to be. That way, it makes a lot of this process less scary for you to move forward on that right house or making the right decisions or whatever the case may be. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm gonna cover the Hayden Bridge area in this video today, and then I'll cover other areas in future videos. And if there's anything specific that you'd like me to talk about or anything that you'd like to know, put it down in the comments. Let me know, and that way we can get right into it. So without further ado, I was able to pull up 60 houses in the Hayden Bridge area. That was anything active, anything pending, anything sold within the last month. I had some other parameters in there as well, and I didn't see anything in those particular ones. One of those being coming soon and bumpable pending, which basically just means that someone has to sell their house in order to purchase a house. And there's probably a couple in here as well because that's not uncommon in our market. But just letting you know that the majority of these ones were active houses on the market, things that are currently pending, or something that's sold within the last month. Anything further than that, I mean, I've got enough information here to tell me what's going on. That 2, 3 months, 6 months out, that it's kind of outdated information, and our market moves so quickly, even though it is slower, that you just have to stay up to date with what's going on currently. So, without further ado, this first one here is a new construction house that is currently under contract. This is what I imagine the front views to look like. And then you've got this house here to give you an idea as to what the home will look like. Past these trees here, I don't know if you can see it or not, but this is where Ambleside Drive is, and they're super, super nice houses up here. A lot of them are higher end homes. These houses are typically going, for somewhere around 600,000 to 900,000. It's possible there could be some even higher than that. It just really depends on quality of the house, when it was built, how big it is, all that stuff. And this is what I imagine the backyard would look like. And then here's more information on the River Heights Breeden Homes subdivision. So as you can see here, they've got about 57 lots from what I was able to discover. And the majority of these ones are either under contract or sold. There are a couple that are still available. So if you're interested in purchasing a house around 725,000 in a really nice neighborhood, give me a call and I'd love to, help you learn more about these houses. To give you a little bit of information here, the lot sizes are between 0.23 and half an acre. So as you can see here, lot 42, it's a little bit bigger than 43 and 41. So this one's probably going to be your half acre lot, and these ones are probably going to be, somewhere closer to that quarter acre lot. Now they also have a 10-year warranty here as well. I don't know everything that covers. I'm going to talk with the builders to find out more information about that. I imagine it's anything that goes wrong with the house. So again, I'm going to find out more information, but it's nice to know that you're covered for the next 10 years. You've also got this trail here as well next to this waterway from lot 1 to lot 31. So that's pretty cool. And then just to give you an idea as to where that's at here on the map. So as you can see here, this is where all the new subdivisions being built. Now, personally, I haven't been over here, so I'm gonna take a drive out here to see what it all looks like. I have been to Ambleside Drive, Falcon Drive, Parker Lane, Watermark Drive. Like I said, all these are really nice houses over here. So, based on the quality of homes over here and the price point that they're asking for these, you know, three 725,000, somewhere in that ballpark price range, you have a pretty good idea as to, what the quality of the home is gonna look like. Now, for all my people who love to float the river during the summer, here's one of your exit points here, right here, or no, excuse me, this is one of the places that you start off at. No, do I have that right? Pretty sure I have that right. Yeah, this is one of the places that you start off at. And then over here, you've got the Marcolo Meadows subdivision that's also being built over here. So you can spend around $725,000 for a really nice house over here, or you can start, with the Marcolo Meadows DR Horton homes. And these honestly are still really great homes as well. And they're a little bit cheaper in the price point for around 450,000 to 500,000 price mark. And I've been in a couple of these houses. They're really, really nice. I just helped a client purchase one in Lowell, and she absolutely loves it. And there's one that's later in the list that I'll show you here just to give you a better idea. But you've also got Walmart here, Jerry's here, Winco here, Riverbend Hospital, and then, a lot of easy ways to get on the freeway. So super central, really nice area. I've never had any issues as far as traffic goes. So I think it's a great area. And a lot of people love the Hayden Bridge area as well. The more you become an Oregonian, it's one of the staples of this town. Now, the cool thing too about this is that, with it being a higher end home, all that stuff, they're going to have it completed by March 15th of 2024. So the person who's purchasing this house, they're only going to have to wait at least, from today, to when it gets completed is about 5 months. But as you can see here, they went pending back in May 11th. So they've been waiting almost a year for this house to be completed. Which, if this house is custom home that they're building based on what they want, it makes sense to me. Now, a little bit of humor here as well. So the main floor is about 1,600 square feet, and the lower square footage is about 440. So if your kids are ever giving you a hard time or something like that, you can just send them to their room downstairs and then have some peace and quiet with your partner or spouse or whatever the case may be. So I saw that and I was like, 440 square feet. I think that's the garage, but no, that's where the second bedroom is going to be. The third bedroom is going to be. So, keep in mind too, it is a daylight basement. So yes, you're going to be sending your kids, to the basement, but at least they'll have some sunlight and stuff to, at least be somewhat normal. But just again, a little humor. So overall, I think this is going to be a really nice house. I'd be curious to see how it develops. So if you're looking for other houses in this neighborhood, definitely let me know. Like I said, there's still a couple of lots that are available. So love to know I can help you and your family. So give me a call and we can make it happen. Now, this is the other one I was telling you about in the Marcolo Meadows subdivision. So this is their Cambridge plan. And again, I know people are saying houses are sitting on the market, things are taking longer to sell. And yes, overall, for our market, that is the case. But, take a look here. Like this one pre-sold. So they were already aware that they were doing the subdivision here. So they purchased it right off the bat. This one was on the market for only a day. So I imagine the same thing. They were probably looking for other homes that were in the Marcolo Meadows, saw this one, loved this one, and wanted to move forward for it. And I don't blame them. I mean, our average price point in Eugene and Springfield is around 500,000. So if you can get a new construction home, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms for 2,300 square feet for under $500,000, and I know I don't know if this is the case for all the buyers, but I know that the builders are trying to get rid of their product in the market so they can continue building homes. So that way they aren't sitting. They're giving buyers concessions. Now that could change as the market changes. But right now, we are seeing builders giving concessions to buyers to incentivize them to either buy down the rate, do a 2-1 buy down, a lot of different things to help buyers get into a home. That way they can continue to build houses, for the ongoing demand that we have in our market. And the cool thing about this one is that it's going to be completed in November. And this house, they went pending on it back in September of 19. Now, I don't know if that's when they started construction, but if they did start construction back in September and they're going to be completed by the end of November, then that's only 2.5 months, somewhere in that ballpark. And so it doesn't take you a whole lot of time to get a new construction house. And take a look at this house too. Like I said, I helped a client recently purchase one out in Lowell, and she absolutely loves it. We were messing around with the gas fireplace, showing her how it works and everything. And I mean, these houses are really nice, like really, really nice. They are, and this was the terms that one of the people that I was talking to, this was the term they used, was they're a production builder. So they're not custom built homes. They use a lot of the same materials, but that's what allows them to get the houses out as quickly as possible. So I wouldn't be surprised if they started this house 2-3 months ago and have already been getting it completed. I'd imagine somewhere closer to 6 months, but I mean if they're getting them done in 3 to 4 months, I mean that's incredible. I mean just look at this house, like it's amazing. Like you can definitely tell it's staged. I don't know many people that keep their homes as clean as I do like this. And even then, like there's some times where I drop the ball and I gotta clean up, but I'm a clean freak, so I like to clean up after myself. It definitely doesn't sit for long. Anyways, enough about me. Let's get let's get back to the house. So as you can see here, it gives you a pretty good idea as to what you could do with the home, what it could look like, all that stuff. I really like this a lot. So this looks like a king size bed to me. You've got a pretty good size nightstand here. Same thing over here. You've got a chair and a little table here. So really good sized room. A lot of great space here. I'll probably put some books in here and whatnot. Got your family room here. You've got bedroom, kids room, another kids room, bathroom, utility room, and looks like your closet. So overall, a really, really nice house. I know I went through that pretty quickly. There's a couple of houses in here that I want to show you because I just don't have time to go over all 60 of them in this video. But just to give you an idea as to what's going on our market, we just looked at 2 new constructions, one for under 500,000, one for around 725,000. And I know we didn't have any pictures of this, but just imagine a house of this caliber being custom home to be custom built. You can have a pretty good idea as to what it's going to look like. And on a half acre lot, I mean this house is going to look nice. Don't mind these property taxes. That's going to change once the house gets completed. Same thing with this one here. I think most people would be pretty happy if their property taxes were actually $0, but that's clearly not the case. And then this thing here too. So they have an HOA of $19 a month. From what I was told, is that that covers the cost for the plants with the stormwater drain system. And then what one of the builder's agents told me as well is that once D.R. Horton is done completing all, like building all the houses over there, and the homeowners take over ownership of that, then whoever has a home in there or is part owner of the houses in there, they can get together and decide if they want to keep that night to maintain the drain water system over there. And because it's primarily flat over there, I don't see any issues as far as like water buildup or flooding or anything like that. But you know, there's much smarter people than me who know more about that. So I'll leave that up to them. Anyways, so here's the next one here. This one really piqued my interest. So again, a lot of people are saying our market's slower, all of these things. And while I agree with you, this one is kind of one of those anomalies that just, you know, completely crush all of those things out of the water. Where it's a two bedroom, two bathrooms, 1,404 square feet. It's a manufactured home on its own land. There is a HOA of $61 a month, which covers the gate to get in and out, then also the management and the meeting room that they've got over there. It is a 55 plus community as well. So there's a little bit of management that goes on there. But I mean, for $61 a month, I mean, you just can't beat that. So I imagine that was probably one of the big reasons why it sold for cash and a little bit over the asking price as well. As you can see here, it sold for 7,500 more than the asking price, and it was a pretty quick close as well. They closed within like 2 weeks. So property taxes are fairly low as well for something in town. So I imagine just the fact that it was a 55 plus community, someone probably from California or Phoenix or something along those lines bought it up for cash and just saw it as a great deal. And I mean, nothing against the house. I mean, it was built in 2001. It was only on the market for 2 days. I mean, there's nothing really special about it. I mean, they have kept really good care of it, but overall, I mean, it's kind of what you would expect. I mean, nice flooring throughout. I mean, it's got some charm to it. Don't get me wrong, but you know, if you ask the average buyer or the average seller, it's like why did this one sell super quick? And honestly, I think they kept really good care of the home. I think they had a lot of things going for it. The low HOA in a 55 plus community definitely helps a lot, and sold quickly for cash. So can't argue with that. I think also when I was looking at this house, they did a really good job of decluttering. Like they have very minimal things going on here to distract you from the home. Like they've got a little soap here, a little paper towel here, minimal kitchen supplies that just overall help them. I don't really understand this picture here, but they something really stood out to them for this picture. But again, look, I mean, very minimal, not a whole lot showing here. And so that's something I definitely encourage my clients is whenever you're selling a home or even buying a home, that's something that people are going to look at is how much is distracting you from the house. And I mean, the less that you can have to distract buyers, it's gonna serve you a lot better. Think of it like when you're selling a home, what do you do when you're scrolling on Zillow or Realtor.com, my website or whatever the case may be, and it's like if a lot of times when you're choosing a home, you're also deselecting a house as well. So the more that a house has to deter you from continuing to look at future pictures, it's it, you're gonna you're gonna lose a lot of buyers when that just by having a house that has very little in it, like this house does, is going to attract more people because it's visually appealing versus something that has a lot going on that can make them decide that this isn't the house we want to go look at. And that truly, at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to do our absolute best to get buyers in the door. That way they can fall in love with your home, just like the people who bought this one did, so that way they can move forward with it, and then you can move on to your next stage of life. And that's truly what I, as an agent, do, is I look out for your best interest to figure out what are the things that we need to do in order to get your home sold. So, I mean, even the garage, I mean, they have very little in here. Like, and even with the garage, I mean, people kind of understand, you know, standard two car garage. I do like that they took some pictures of this because it's got a lot of storage in here as well. And that's probably why they took the pictures, just to give people a better idea as to what's going on here. Nice back patio, and then a floor plan of this as well. So, I mean, again, nothing super fancy about it, which honestly they didn't need. And the house sold quickly because, they did a great job maintaining it, keeping it clean, and they got a quick offer because of it. So, I love it. Now, here's another house that's currently on the market. It just came on the market November 4th, a day before my birthday. It was built in 1977. It's got about a quarter-acre lot, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,408 square feet. And I was making a video earlier of these houses, and for whatever reason, it didn't pick up the audio. And so when I looked at this house, I didn't really see any major issues with it. Maybe not even anything cosmetic, honestly. I think they just need to declutter some of the stuff that's in the house. And I'll show you that here in a second. But, it looks like they've got some nice bushes, gardening, all that stuff. Nice little walk area to the front door. Backyard picture, some more of the backyard. I'll go over this here in a little bit too. You got the family room, wood burning fireplace. This is a rug here with laminate flooring underneath. Now you see what I mean? Like this, I mean, it 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 functions well, but there's definitely a lot going on in this picture where there's a lot to pay attention to. So just something to keep in mind. And I'm not super picky when it comes to this stuff. Just, I mean, like having this cleaned up here, this cleaned up here, just it goes a long way. Where even I, like looking at thousands of houses, will notice this stuff just quickly. And for a lot of buyers, who we want to capture their attention within the first 5 seconds, doing everything we can to not deter them from going like, nope, this isn't the one. Especially right now where there are more homes sitting on the market and less homes coming on the market. This is the perfect time to just do everything that we can to have your home stand out. So, as you can see here, the kitchen, they've done a lot better job of that. A lot less stuff here. The house previously did have less stuff here, but this is manageable. Like, we can work with this. Again, very minimal, not a whole lot of stuff here on the countertops, refrigerator, all that stuff. This is doable. It distracts a little bit, but again, we can work with this. Countertops could use some updating. You've got the 1970s cabinets, which is to be expected. It might have had the old lighting back in the day, if you know what I'm talking about, where it was like covered and everything. Looks like they might have removed that and put this in. I don't know for sure, but I know back in the day that was definitely a common thing. to cover the lights and have a bunch of them. I think this is a lot smarter today. And again, even though this house was built in the 70s, it's still very open, which I like a lot, and I think a lot of buyers like as well. So you've got the dining room here, pantry, backyard, little seating area. You got this little extra space too if you want to put a bigger table here. And I'm pretty sure this is the door to the garage here, because on the right side of the pantry here, you got the foyer over here, kind of like a front living room, kind of family room. They're kind of using as like a storage area, but then to the right of this pantry is also the front door, which we'll see here in a little bit. But just to give you kind of a visual of the layout of the house. And I'd love to know your thoughts as well. If there's anything specific that you'd like me to focus on or focus less on to just to help you be more educated and well-rounded as to what's going on in our market, definitely let me know, because you guys are going to know a lot more of what you're looking for, what you're not looking for. So my goal is to really pinpoint those so that way you have the right information to make smart decisions in our market. So here's the primary bedroom. I know some people call it the master. Some people call it the primary. I don't really care. I'll call it the primary bedroom. You've got a two bedroom or two closets here. I don't know if they connect or not, but this is always nice to have. Got a private bathroom here and more of the private bathroom. You do have some space in between the bed to be able to put nightstands on both sides, which is always nice. More storage, standard bedroom. Looks like these people really love Hawaii or something, and quite frankly, I don't blame them. Hawaii's got some really nice weather. More pictures. Here's the other bathroom. Looks like it's got ceiling heat in here. Here's that foyer I was talking about. Foyer area. You got the front door here. Pantry, kitchen. So when you're walking in the front door, you're gonna to the left is gonna be the foyer area. I hope I'm saying that right. Foyer. And then on the right side, you're gonna have the kitchen, living room, all that stuff. And I was talking about it in the previous video as well, so I'll go over it here really quick. The appliances, typically stove, microwave, those typically stay. The refrigerator, that's negotiable. That's definitely something we'd want to know up front if the sellers plan on keeping that or leaving that for us. And then the washer and dryer, that's sellers typically take that, but it's always good to ask just so that you're aware of it. But I would say 90% of the time, sellers take the washer and dryer. So just something for you to be aware of when you're purchasing a home. And then here's that foyer room I was talking about. So this is the room that, like, there's just so much going on here that it just deters from the room. Now, fortunately, this is a pretty square room, so I can get a good idea as to what's going on here. But again, it's like there's so much stuff in here that it just it distracts me, from the house. Fortunately, it was one of the very last pictures that they have for the home, so it's not like one of the very first pictures that's going to distract buyers like this one. But again, it's like, I know that this is the washer, like the utility room, but there's so much going on here that it's like are we using it as a utility room? Are we using it as an office, a bedroom, like an ironing table? I don't know. But I mean, the more that we can declutter, the much better off we're going to be to help buyers be interested in your home. That way they can visualize, how they're going to utilize this space. So that's also where some light staging can help as well. But this is a little much. A little bit more of the backyard. A lot of greenery back here. So this thing is pretty cool. I don't know exactly what it is, but I turn it into a fire pit. Have some chairs around here, some people that I know, have a drink or two. I don't personally drink, but just you can imagine, enjoying a drink or two here, watching the stars, enjoying the fireworks. Dogs are running around. I mean, it's just a little cool spot that I think would be a lot better if it was a fire pit. Back, more of the backyard. And then this is kind of cool too. So you've got this whole backyard here, and then past this shed here, little she shed, you've also got more of a side yard too. So pretty big backyard, especially if you want to have dogs or animals or chickens even. You could, there's plenty of space to do that. So overall, I mean, this is a great house. Again, I don't see any issues with it. That's where an inspector would be able to look more deeper into it to figure out, what's going on underneath the house, what's the age of the roof, all that stuff. Just looking at it from a bird's eye view, I don't see any issues with this house. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes quickly. Like I said, it's only been on the market 2 days, so I would imagine this one goes pretty quickly. And let's see how. Let's do one more. So this house over here on 2496 Deborah Drive, built in 1965, 3 bedroom, 1.5 bath, 1275 square feet. It was only on the market for 2 days, and it went pending for $419,900. Now, again, that's just a starting price. So given the fact that it went pending in 2 days, tells me they either got the list price or more, and I imagine there's some pretty happy sellers right now. So let's take a look at these pictures. Let's see what's going on here. So got some nice trees, greenery going on here. Looks like your standard ranch home, 2-car garage. And I realize I'm going through this pretty quickly, just for the sake of time. But if you guys want me to slow down, let me know. I've seen a lot of houses, so there's a lot of things that just kind of stand out to me really quickly, like HVAC system, satellite. I mean, just pretty obvious stuff. And then maybe some stuff that's not so obvious, but I just won't know unless you provide your feedback and comments down below. So definitely provide me some feedback, because that's the only way I'm going to know how to really understand what you guys are looking for. So pictures aren't all that great. I mean, I can tell looks like the carpet's fairly newer. Probably was cleaned. You got tile here. Nice older door. I definitely do better pictures for this house. Cabinets look like they're pretty decent. Looks like stainless steel appliances. You got an old wood burning fireplace here. It looks like you got a hutch or something going on in here. Refrigerator. I don't know what this is. Maybe like to hold pans and stuff. I don't know. These pictures are a little bit better. And again, pictures are super important. I know this market things still go quickly, but it's vitally important, because the more that we can do to have your house stand out than all the other homes in the area, that's just going to get you more bang for your buck. And at the end of the day, that's really what I want to do, is I want to get you your price or more for the best terms. And the only way I'm going to be able to do that is to draw as many buyers as I possibly can to your home, and slacking on pictures, which is one of the ways that the buyers see your house for the very first time before they ever come to the open house, or whatever the case may be. I mean, it's pictures are vitally important. So as you can see, these pictures are a little bit better. Gives us a good idea as to what's going on in the bathroom. Got one vanity. I mean, this looks like someone really wanted some cabinet space, that's for sure. Bedroom. So pretty standard house. Looks like you did some updating in here. Nice little back patio. Looks like you got a hot tub back here as well. Now this is nice. You got a huge backyard, which is awesome. Looks like you got a shed or something back here as well. So a great place for kids to roam around or dogs to run around in as well. So overall, a nice house. Quarter-acre lot. Like I said, 1965. All one story, which is super beneficial. Ranch home. I just sold a house over here as well, and they're on the money. I can tell you that. Property taxes are fairly low as well. Yeah, I'd be curious to know what this one sold for. So, I mean, there's a lot more houses that I can go over here. I'll share it with you guys in a later video. So, hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think, and look forward to connecting with you. All right, talk to you soon.